So guys, EA have released the Triple Threat promo, and with it they have given us a new evolution, which is probably the main reason why I still play this game, and I absolutely love it, by the way, having the evolutions once more. I have to say that again this year. They are the best thing that EA have put in since SBCs in FIFA 17, I think that was. So, you know, going back a good 6 or 7 years ago now. But yeah, I'm a massive fan again of this particular Evo, just like pretty much all the other ones we've had. Interestingly, only just the one Evo today. They didn't give us one behind a paywall, which I'm not complaining with. I'm fine just to get one free Evo that everyone can use, which is great. Now, obviously, for my full Italian team, and there will be other people watch these videos that have their own themed teams going on, just do whatever fits in there, you know, for nation, for club, or for whatever. But if you don't have a themed team and you just want to kind of go with the player that you think will be the most meta once you got the full upgrade, I would say the first things to take away from this is obviously try and go with a player that's as close to that 83 pace as possible, because as we all know, wingers, wingbacks, fullbacks, it's critical that they have as higher pace as possible. So try to get as close to the 83 pace, which is the maximum that you can go for. How much pace do you get out of it through the whole upgrade? You only get a +5, so the highest of a pace fullback that you can have once the card is fully upgraded is 88 pace. So which obviously isn't too bad, but so you want to really be going with players that are at least minimum 80 pace. Montel here is up on the screen as an example. I think there are better options than him. I guess he's okay, and obviously if you're running a full Forest team, then obviously that's amazing. If you're doing a full Argentina team, there probably are better Argentine fullbacks, I would assume, that you could probably go for. Who will I be going for? Well, I've got the choice between two Italian players of Calabria or Cafetera, and that's going to be my plan. They won't get in ahead of Di Lorenzo, but they'll still be a good backup option to be able to go for. What else do you get? You get 3 new playstyles, so Relentless, Incisive Pass, and First Touch. I have a feeling quite a few of the fullbacks might already have First Touch, maybe not so much Incisive Pass or Relentless. Having Incisive Pass I think will be really, really good to have in a fullback. So again, try and go with a fullback that doesn't have any of these playstyles, but even if they got, you know, one of them, for example, the First Touch, I wouldn't let it put you off doing the Evo. So in terms of some of the most meta ones to be able to go for, I don't think this is the most craziest Evo that we've had. They seem to have toned down, at least in my opinion. I think they've toned down a couple of the last Evos in terms of, you know, how many insane cards you can get back in return. But I'm fine with that. I still think they're good on the whole. I think these are 5 really standout ones. I think for your Prem option, Pedro Porro is going to be great. I think he goes to an 85 rated. Obviously, himself and Spurs are having a great season. Basically going into tomorrow's game against Wolves, he's like their only defender that's available. Udogie's obviously suspended. I think Van de Ven is injured. Romero got sent off as well. So yeah, Pedro Porro is like their main defender that's left. But obviously he's having a great season. To take him up will be pretty good. Carvajal, I think, actually got himself a triple threat card as well today. You can take him to an 85 or an 86 or something like that, so he's a good option. Again, these players really, really close to that max pace rating, so they go up to 87 pace, which is crucial. Gwyn, I think, is good, and the thing that I like about her is she can play as left back, which is fantastic. Left back and right back, which is obviously another good thing to be able to look out for. Now, you can't put in anyone who's a centre back, so even if they're a right back as their main preferred position and they just have the centre back as an alternative position, I don't believe that you can put those in. But if they can play either full back role, then that is fine, and that's why Gwyn's obviously great. 80 pace, you wouldn't really want much lower than that, but she's a good option. Now, I'm not even going to try and pronounce this guy's name. Now, yes, obviously in terms of the pace rating, he's miles off, but he can play left mid as well as right back, which is really useful, and also left wing, so a whole variety of positions for this guy, and I think he goes up to maybe AC4, AC5, I can't exactly remember. I was looking on one of the Evo websites. But 4-star, weak foot's obviously good, not the best for skill moves. Would you really play him as, I mean, you wouldn't play him as a fullback, would you? He's got 24 defending, so you're going to be doing him with the, you know, considering using him as an attacking option going forward. Probably the more that I look at him, I don't think he's that great. Yes, his dribbling will become pretty good, and he does get a good rating increase. Or maybe I might have got confused with that one, so I wouldn't pay too much attention to him. Maybe he was tied in with another Evo, and then you could do him in this new Evo that came out today. So I think I might have made a bit of an error on that one. But Ryson's another option. Obviously, you could throw him into the Centurions upgrade, or you can now throw him into this, which is really, really interesting. 81 pace, which is decent. Another player that can play an even fullback role, which is really good. Not the best for skill moves, unfortunately. Weak foot is pretty nice. It's a good card. So I think they're 4 really good options. And I think this one's a bit of a mistake that I've put him in there, because you would never consider using him as a right back, and I don't think just putting him into this Evo alone surely wouldn't. He was coming up as like an 86 rated, but that must be, he must fit into about 2 or 3 separate Evos, even if they're still even if they haven't expired, so I might have got that one completely wrong. But ultimately, just go with what you want to go for personally. As I said, I'm going to be going either with Cafeteria, and yes, she's only got 62 pace, so she's only going to go up to 67 pace, but still, I want to maybe just Evo this card throughout the whole year, and then come like, you know, April or May next year, she's like a 93 rated, and then she will be usable at that point. So it's kind of long term with a card like this. My other option is also Calabria from Milan, but I'm probably going to go with Cafeteria as my option. Let me guys know who you're going to be evoing. If there are any Italian players in the Triple Threat promo, I might review them. It depends what they're kind of going for on the market, and if there are any players even at all that are Italian. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later.